how much time we have throughout the day that we actually waste. How many windows of opportunity that we have if we just focus on them and really put our mind to being productive during those windows. I have kids, I have a career. There's no way I can't do anything else. I have no time. All right, welcome back to the Next Level Dad Fitness Podcast. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why hiring a personal development coach has been one of the best investments I've ever made. So, if you're anything how I used to be or how I used to think, when you hear the word personal development coach, the first thing that came to my mind was, this is a joke. There's no chance I'm going to spend any amount of money investing in a coach to coach me through life. Like, no chance. That is a giant waste of money and a giant waste of time. And I'm not doing it. What I would rather buy and invest in is this $500 Yeti cooler, because that's what I need. That's what I need to spend my money on, stuff, not skills. And that's what I would do. And I've done it. And how many times have I used that Yeti cooler? 3 times. Still have it. It's just a giant waste of money. But that's how I used to think. And I used to think I've gotten this far in life. I'm married. I have kids. I have a career. I've been fortunate to make good money. I don't need anybody coaching me. I don't need anybody telling me what to do. These people, they just scam you online. They take your money. They tell you to go drink some green juice and just get out of here with that. Like, that's nonsense. But honestly, the biggest reason why I didn't want to hire anybody was because I was so cheap. I had a cheap mindset. Everything that came out of my mouth was, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. Oh my gosh, look at how much this costs. Look at how much that costs. Look at the price on that. But if I really wanted something, I would just buy it, right? A ginormous 2500 Chevy 4x4 with all the bells and whistles that I absolutely did not need. Is that too much money? No. Let's go get that. I need that. I need some tires. But if it came down to other things that were actually skill building or that actually helped me, I would say absolutely not. So I had things, how they say, ass backwards. Everything was backwards. Mindset was backwards. So about 3 years ago, my wife was a personal trainer and she wanted to transition from in-person to online. And so she sought out this coach and she sold me on, hey, if this coach can get me to start my business and coach me through personal development and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, this could be a good thing. So, we got on the phone call, we talked to him, and he told me about the coaching program. And, it sounded pretty good. It was like, okay, this is good. Get it, start the business or whatnot. But when it came down to the price and when he told us that it was $5,000 for 6 months, I about fell out of my seat. I could not believe he was being serious. Like, I just could not believe it. Oh my gosh. So, mind you, I had been a fireman for about a decade at this point, and I've been fortunate enough to work steadily, save up money, made some good real estate investments, and I've done okay for myself up to this point. But I still was not at the point of making an investment in personal development or an investment in my wife's personal development. I couldn't understand the concept. I didn't know what it meant. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'd never been exposed to it. But something just told me that this is going to be good. She convinced me. And so we got on a call and we agreed to join the coaching program. But during this time, I was to tell her, like, you better focus on this. You better concentrate on all the modules. You better take every single point, and you need to apply this stuff because I cannot believe $5,000. So she started the process, and I started it too. She, ran through the modules, and I ran through the modules myself. And as the course progressed, and as she did the work and I did the work, I began to see what this world of personal development actually was, what it actually meant. We dove deep into the program, and I couldn't believe the world that I was opening, all of the doors that I was opening, because this was so much information that I had never even heard of. I had never been exposed to it. My mind was constantly, you know, blown at how much I personally can grow as a person, as a man, and how much there was to learn. It was such a cool time. And I was also exposed to how many people are doing so many incredible things, and they're all around us, right? They're all around us. You just have to open the door, walk through it, and see, wow, ordinary people like me and you doing crazy, crazy things, helping people, making money, and serving others. And so, with this first coach, one of the biggest things that I saw was that he pointed out was how much time I was actually wasting throughout the day that I could be moving the needle, being productive, finding things that I'm interested in, and working on those things, right? As a busy dad, I would always just say, I'm too busy. I have a job, I have kids, I have a wife, and there's just no time to do anything. My days off would be wake up, take the girls to school, come back, and maybe lounge around for 2 to 3 hours, and then go to the gym, come back, eat some food, lounge around for a little more, then go pick the girls up, come back home. And then when the girls are home, then I would try to work on something that I wanted to work on, right? Like a hobby or something that I found interesting or that I can be creative in. So I would try to sneak away, when the girls are home for 45 minutes to an hour. And then I would get frustrated, like, gosh, I don't have time. Like, I just don't have time to do anything for myself. But with this coach, he really pointed out, like, look at these windows of time. These windows of time, as someone who's busy, as a busy parent, that's the time when you can focus on whatever it is that you want to focus and grow, and stop wasting the time that you have, right? Lounging around, a little 10-minute coffee. I used to say this all the time. I'm going to drink this coffee. I'm going to take 10 minutes and chill and enjoy it. And then I'll start to do this project or work on whatever I want to work on. That 10 minutes was always 45 minutes to an hour. Then the hour was gone, wasted, like scrolling or looking at something. And I missed that window. I missed that time that I had to work on something that I wanted to grow. And I remember I would just get so frustrated, like, gosh, I don't have time. But with this personal development coach, I was able to identify that. Sometimes when you're just too close to whatever's going on, you can't see the windows. You're just you're too in life. And when you have someone else helping you analyzing things and breaking things down that are simple and digestible, you're like, whoa, I'm actually wasting so much time throughout the day just not accomplishing much, right? I'm staying busy. I feel like I'm busy, but I'm not actually moving the needle on these personal goals that I have. So I want to build on these things. My brain craves uh growing and learning, and I want to work on these personal things, but I just don't have time. Well, this coach helped me identify those windows and really helped me to attack them. So that was our first coach. Then the second coach, or maybe our third, this coach really attacked comfort zones and self-limiting beliefs. When things are working just fine and you're comfortable, and that's the time when you stop building new habits, because the habits that you have currently, they're working. So I don't need to build new habits. I don't need to do anything else. Everything I'm doing is working, and that right there is a comfort zone. So what this coach did was point out, like, you're actually comfortable here, here, and here, and you need to build new habits. So what do? You start to build new ones. You get out of that comfort zone. Now you're growing. Now you're evolving. And that is now stimulating my brain. Now that's getting me going. Now that wakes me up in the morning. Because for me, my brain is constantly going, constantly moving. I need to improve. So this coach helped me put things in order, build new habits, and start attacking them daily. And so when you start attacking them, now I'm able to, hey, I can do what my wife's doing. My wife's making fitness content. I always wanted to do it, but I just felt like, oh, I'm just too busy. I'm working. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And with this coach, helped me to build new habits, habits that I can make the fitness content. I can start the podcast, right? This podcast I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do them. I've been listening to podcasts since Joe Rogan started his back whenever. And I always thought it was so cool, so interesting. I've always wanted to help guys and everybody to get organized. I've always want them to, even though I wasn't as organized, but help them get good information out there and really help people structure their lives. Do I have everything figured out? Absolutely not. I do not. But I do know that I want to help others. And for me, helping others helps me become that 2.0 version of myself. And I would not have been able to do this had I not had this particular coach push me, who helped me build new habits. Um, because if you're not being pushed, then you're not growing. So another big benefit that I was able to identify while working with another coach was you now get to see blind spots. And one of the biggest blind spots for me was my lack of prioritization in my marriage. I didn't even realize the things that I was doing and how they were bothering my wife, and how being disorganized was affecting not only me, but her and our marriage, because I didn't know what my daily priorities were. I didn't have a list of non negotiables. Everything was optional. Workout, yeah, maybe I'll work out today, maybe not. Reading the Bible, eating a protein first diet. Everything was kind of just like, yeah, maybe I'll do it, maybe not. But working with this coach helped me identify those non-negotiables, and really helped me to prioritize. Like I said, the only non-negotiables that I really had were whatever the kids needed, you know, and whatever they needed, that's kind of what I would do. But That right there is a slippery slope. When your non negotiables are with others and they don't start with you, that's the first step of where you start to neglect yourself, neglect your health, your wellness, your fitness, and all of the things that you have for yourself, all of the goals you have for yourself now become second because now it's all about your kids and all about what they need. And kids don't even know what they need. Kids are everywhere. It's chaotic, but that's basically what my game plan was what do the girls need? Yeah, that's what I need and that's how the day's going to go. And that's why without a game plan, without someone pointing these out to me, I would not have really any idea of what a successful day looks like. I would just wake up, maybe, go to the gym, not really identify the windows of time, not really like have that. If I had a window of 20 to 30 minutes, really, really focus the conversation with my wife, really listen to her with intention, not having someone to point things out to me. I would just lounge around, go outside, go to the garage, maybe do some yard work. And so that window of opportunity for success in prioritization of marriage, I would totally miss that window. And having this coach help me be intentional about all of those moments, intentional about my life, having a list of priorities that I have to accomplish for the day, setting a schedule and following through on those priorities. That is a huge that this particular coach was able to share with me and teach to me. One huge life hack was writing everything down in a Google Calendar hour by hour. Now, this may seem overly complicated. I'm telling you, it's not. This Google Calendar allows me to stay on tasks and allows me to get things done when they need to get done when I'm at home. When I'm at work, all bets are off. That's just kind of I go by the schedule of the work day at work. But when I'm at home, I have control. I have control of my time and writing things down in my Google Calendar has allowed me to be clear on what a win for the day actually looks like. What is a win? If I'm finishing the day exhausted, but I'm unsure of what I actually accomplished, that's not a win for me. And that's how it used to be. I'd be dead tired, but I would measure that, yeah, that's a successful day. I didn't do this. I didn't get this done. I didn't get this done. I really wanted to get those things done, but I'm tired. Isn't that a win? And so maybe I connected with the kids, maybe not, maybe connected with my wife, maybe not. I spent some time with the kids, then I'd get on a phone call, 30 minutes. Then that window, that non-negotiable, that win was out the window because I took the phone call during the time where I blocked off that I have to spend with my kids. 30 minutes, it's fine. I get off the phone call, then I'm still thinking about the phone call, then I'm not really engaged, then I'm not really in tune with what they're saying. Gosh, I missed that opportunity. But if I write it down on my Google Calendar, this window, I will not answer the phone. I will not answer any emails or I will not answer text messages. It just kind of keeps me in line with being intentional with my time. And that's why somebody pointing these things out to me has been such a huge win. Now I have an outline for what a successful day looks like for me. And so now I'm sticking with that intention, being intentional with my time and with my focus. Whether I'm preparing for my middle daughter's softball practice, I'm currently coaching her. I'm coaching her team to being organized in real estate deals that I'm actively engaged in, managing rental properties that we have, or creating content, or recording this podcast. I'm telling you, Google Calendar has been an absolute godsend for me when it comes to being organized. And without this personal development coach, I would never have ever dipped into a lot of these ventures because of my fixed mindset. I would not be starting a podcast had I not hired a personal development coach to push me. Man, get out, do it, right? And it's such an important thing to express yourself creatively. All of us have something that we want to do, whether you're a firefighter, whether you're a police officer, nurse, whatever it is that you do. Everybody has something that is deep down that they want to try, that they want to do, dip their toes in, whatever it may be. Maybe you don't want to create content. Maybe you want to start a baking business, whatever it is that you want to do. If you structure your time and if you have somebody to push you, right? A lot of us just need that little bit of push and then we go for it. That's why, one more time, I say a personal development coach is huge in this. Huge. If you don't have skin in the game, if you don't hire somebody and you pay money, then you won't do it. If you just watch a YouTube video and you're like, oh, yeah, that's good information. If you have no skin in the game, then you won't do it. That's just my own personal experience. Like, over the past 3 years, my wife and I have invested 25, a little bit over $1,000 on courses, programs, coaches. And while, yes, that is a lot of money, it is money well spent. And fortunately, we've been able to make that many times over because of these coaching programs, because these people have pushed us into things that, grow her business, grow our business, grow all of the things that we're involved in, investments. So it's money well spent. Having a growth mindset when it comes to investing in yourself and in your spouse is the best possible investment. Better than crypto, better than the S&P, better than any like real estate, better than anything, because you now have this mindset, you now have these skills that you're able to now expand upon. You're getting into rooms where you're starting to meet people that are doing crazy incredible things. You're shaking hands, you're being with like-minded people and in their communities. And it's such a wonderful thing, the space of personal development. And for me, none of these things would have been discovered had I played small. Had I just stayed in my fixed mindset, I never would have believed in myself. I never would have believed in my wife. And I never would have believed that I can accomplish so much. So I'm going to leave you with this. You can do all of the things that you want. I believe you can. That's why I made this episode, because I strongly, strongly believe that we're just one little push away, one move, whether it's meeting the right person, whether it's, hiring that coach that gets you over and you start a new chapter in your life. You can totally do anything that you want if you set your mind to it and if you're open to ideas from others, and in this case, a coach. So let's have a phenomenal 2026. You can do this. God bless.